Hello everyone, Justin here, and today we're going to draw a simple anemone flower. Let's start by drawing a circle for the center, and then from here we'll draw, say, 5 curved lines coming off the center, and this will be our rough estimate of where the petals are going to be. Let's go ahead and make them whole, and you can kind of vary the shape of these petals. Every flower's a little bit different. Here I'm just gonna make them kind of rounder, and another one over here. Okay, next we'll add a couple other petals here on the outside behind the initial petals that we drew. That might be a little bit too far out. Let's just erase that and add another petal right there. Next, let's draw the stem. Let's just go down like this, and then let's add some leaves that are coming off. So maybe from here, let's draw a couple lines, and then another one over here, and from these center lines we will add these lines that come off kind of like a tree or like a root, because what we're going to do next is outline around these veins of the leaves with these curved lines. So just kind of go all the way around them, and here, and just vary it however you'd like, and here. Their leaves are not our usual, not the usual leaves that you'd think of. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to switch over to my Sharpie. I'm going to use my thicker Sharpie this time first, and I'm going to start outlining these, and I'm going to vary the line as well so it's not so uniform, like that. And to show that some of these petals are folding in a bit, I'm going to add an extra line, curved line, on the inside of some of these leaves or some of these petals to show that it's kind of folding in. Make that just a little bit thicker, and same here, make it just a little bit thicker, and maybe add another one right here. Next, I'm going to take my fine pen, and I'm going to add some radiating lines coming from the center. So maybe going up 1/3 to half of the distance of the petal from the center. And what's nice about something like this pen is that it leaves a fairly even, consistent thickness, and it just makes it look neater, as opposed to, say, something like a felt pen, which, depending on the pressure you put on it, could vary the thickness. And definitely there are times when that's what you want. Here I have a different look that I'm going for. Add a couple lines here from for the back petal. So next what I'll do is from here I'm gonna go ahead and just darken the center section. And here what I'm doing is I'm just putting hatch lines, and then I'm gonna cross hatch, and this will give us a darker tone, and maybe a third for the lower half and the outer parts of the lower, and that just gives it some shape. And next I'll add some detail here by adding a bunch of dots that's surrounding the center. Notice the dots here at the bottom are closer to the center oval, and then as I go out and then to the top here, they're coming away. So then I'll use my Sharpie, and coming from each of them I'll draw a line to the center. Okay, so next let's go ahead and work on these leaves and just go over those initial lines that we had drawn. And in retrospect I could have just done this directly without marking it with a pencil first, but that's okay. This may be what you want to do anyway. Use a pencil first. You could always erase and then go over it with a pen or marker as I'm doing here. And for the center parts, the veining, I'll go back with my thin pen and put in those details again. And of course what I'll do once I'm done with this is erase all the pencil lines. Going back to my thick Sharpie, let's work on the stem of the flower. And add some shadow at the top of the stem, and maybe put in a shadow line here on the leaves where the flower is casting a shadow onto the leaves which are underneath. So I'll just go ahead and darken that, and I think I'll cross hatch it, and same here. Okay, let's erase our initial lines. And one more thing I'm gonna do is add a center line here for each petal that goes almost or pretty much to the tip of each petal. Maybe make it a little bit darker where it's closer to the center. And finally, I'm just gonna add some pencil shading for the leaves, just to make this a little bit more interesting, so it's not just a black and white drawing. And I'm just using a number 2 pencil here, just so it's not so dark as with a softer lead pencil. This is just a different style. I kind of like this look. You can do whatever you'd like. And now I'm just gonna add a little bit of shading for the petal that's towards the back here, underneath the front petals. And I'm gonna add some shading right here because this petal is, as you can tell, it's going out and then folding towards you. So this part's underneath, and I'm just showing that that's gonna be a little bit darker. And shade this a little bit, and maybe add some shading here on the proximal part of the leaves. And we should pretty much be done. So thanks a lot for watching. I hope you found this useful. Let me know if there's other things you'd like me to draw, other flowers or plants, whatever. Thanks for watching and have a great day. See you next time. Bye.